But actually, I kind of heard about these, Neo, and I haven't heard of the other companies that you mentioned there. But Neo came to my attention because I was listening to American YouTubers who are kind of focusing on finances, trading, and investing into stock options. And they mentioned several times throughout this last year, this Chinese Neo company might be a good investment. They're a big Tesla competitor, like they might take a huge chunk of the market. And they were talking about it as a kind of wise hedging investment strategy where you don't have all your money in Tesla, but you put some of your money into that company just to kind of be safe. So I haven't invested in them, and I don't invest in stocks right now, but could be something worth looking into. Like, I haven't seen the charts or anything, but if they manage to sell their cars for such a price and they reach a global market, and if they start expanding faster, it might actually be a good idea, because when something goes mass adoption, the stock price usually goes way higher. So
yeah, I don't see the particular draw that those guys see. I'm sure they have their reasons for it, but I'm not sure what it is about Neo in particular, because there are so many companies over there that have the potential to break out.
Could be that it's also the first one that reached their ears.
Could be, because like Xpeng, they're, I think, in Norway a little bit longer, and they have equally good reception over there. So I'm not sure what exactly it is. There is that unique selling point of the battery swap ability. That strikes me, because of the whole technical development thing and the complications that could introduce down the road. That does strike me as a shorter term thing. So maybe from an investor's point of view, short term gain is good. That could be what it is for them. But I don't know if that's got the legs that they might hope it does. But I'm happy to be proven wrong.
We'll see. In any case, we'll keep our eyes open on that.
I think we've kind of covered everything that I've been able to research anyway. I mean, I'll just name off a few other companies just to give you an idea.
That might be valuable. A list of Asian-based companies in the EV sector that is worth looking out for.
Exactly. So you've got Aura. They're doing super cheap small vehicles with nice interiors, covering a range of models. Well, sorry, I would say super cheap at the low end, because they have $7,000 cars in their lineup, which do have nice interiors and good features. But you've got everything from, they were the company that did the literal copy and paste of the VW Bug. Everything from the smart size thing through the VW Bug copy and paste through other cars in that sort of sector, but with original designs, all the way up to something that looks like a Porsche Panamera and has similar performance. You've got, I've mentioned BYD, I've mentioned Xpeng, I've mentioned Neo. We've also got a company called Roway.
So, just to recap once more, Xpeng is the one that's in Norway right now.
That's right. They've got a sort of sports sedan and an SUV on the market in Norway that have been well received.
Neo is the one with the swappable battery.
That's right. Yeah, similar to that. They're also in Norway with an SUV and a sedan. I don't know if the battery swap thing is coming to Norway anytime soon. It's certainly extant in China at the moment. There's a lot of those stations available, and it's a regular thing for Neo owners to do.
And BYD was the one that was manufacturing batteries in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. BYD, they used to make the Nokia batteries that would last forever. They have been refining their designs, and they have a very high safety factor on their batteries now, because they use this blade design that does not, if pierced, does not reach combustion temperature. So their batteries should not catch fire. But again, battery fires are massively exaggerated in the media in terms of the danger that they present. And if a battery does catch fire in an EV, in most EVs, they are designed to mitigate any intrusion of the flames into the passenger cabin. So it's an important point to keep emphasizing that if you hear about these battery fire horror stories, it is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, probably sponsored by oil companies or their friends. they do happen, just not in the volume that you'd be expecting based on the level of reporting. We've also got other companies like Roway, which has a vehicle called the Marvel R, which is a really nice car. It just like struck me as, ooh, that's a nice vehicle. I would like to own that one. It's an SUV. They have a range of other vehicles, but they're a fairly new company, I think, on the block. Other companies have just taken notes of name and little bullet points for were Leap Motors, unique design, a 15,000 euro sport coupe, as well as some smart car clones. I think that you could say that about most of these companies. Smart car clones were really the bread and butter of Chinese EV makers for many years. Zeekr are making like really high performance EVs. BAIC are similar to Xiaopeng in the design language and range of vehicles, but they have a new range called the Arc Fox range, which has I just really like the logo of it. It's kind of like an upside down Starfleet logo, so that might have something to do with it. They have an SUV and a sedan. Again, SUVs, sedans, they seem to be the new focus. Whereas the smart car style vehicles were before. Then you got JAC, who have been collaborating with NIO, so they'd be one to watch because they were contributing their technology to NIO cars thus far, and now they're striking out on their own. They've got a mini style vehicle now, but they're one to watch, I think, because they'll have a broader range coming out. And then another company called Wuling, again, another value brand with mini segment cars. Those are the ones that kind of made an impact on me, but there's just this very mature self-contained market over there with a different focus to the EV market over here. In the West, frustratingly from my perspective, the EV market has been focusing on, or rather it has been neglecting the low end. So low cost, reasonable range, small vehicles are few and far between in the Western EV markets. In the Chinese market, they are everywhere. They were the bread and butter. I think that's something that China can contribute.
I think that's the classical West approach of wanting to have a huge car.
Yeah, sort of catering for the aspirational market before catering for the practical market.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's largely because we don't have huge overpopulation problems in cities. So yeah.
Yeah, and we have pollution, but nothing like what they have in Chinese cities.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it's worth reiterating as well that the Chinese EV market is kind of going through a revolution where there had been the copy-paste issue before, sort of imitating what was coming out of the West, but now they've got their own identity, striking out with really, really confident designs and high-quality manufacturing techniques and stuff as well. So it's really coming of age, and I think it's ready to break out of that self-contained economy over there and jump the universe over to our reality and start to make an impact here.
All right, now we covered really a lot of Chinese companies. Like I haven't heard about most of them. As I said, I know NIO from those conversations, and I'll definitely look into them. We'll put pictures on all of that on the YouTube channel. So if you're listening this on podcast side, make sure to check out the Uncle Gold channel, subscribe, and check out the cool photos that we integrated into this video. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.